the world. There are so many people that are naturally prettier than me, but I guess my yellow eyes kind of make me an astonishing act. You can't see me though. Is it for me like the act? Oh, my shell shock is so embarrassing. What did I say? And I was just like, and then munching a fucking few chews out of Aaron and Joey's. Like, if you are ever racist, I'd break your knees. People are racist when they're not feeling well. Usually. That's usually a sign and a symptom, yeah. Well, anyway. I got a coffee mate, but also hot chocolate coffee with sugar in it. Because I want to go to the store and get something to eat, and then I realized what I'm really craving cream and jello, which is a lot different than candy. Really, it's different. It's different, but it's the same thing basically. But and salad. I was watching Pretty and Flawless, or Pretty but Flawed, and or whatever. And she's doing a Mexican, and then I seen the tequila that she was eyeing up. I don't know if she bought it. She's going to, but maybe you shouldn't because it's peach and honey. It's like too good. It's in a grocery store too. It's like, oh, that's too good for kids. Yeah. Like Americans are less inclined to drink because it's in grocery stores and they don't want to influence their kids. Because yeah, sip one, you're like, weird. Sip two, you're like, there's other flavors in it. Sip three, you're like, oh, I'm getting kind of drunk. Sip four, which is like basically shots by that point, because you think that's what you're supposed to do is take shots. And you're all sweaty and you're dysphoric and euphoric and optimal latoric on tequila. And then all of a sudden you're dancing around, you're on the table. Being naked isn't the big deal in your underwear and bra, whatever. Or naked for a boy in boxers, whatever. But no, you're dancing on the table and then something fall bash your head off the TV stand. That's what's bad about drinking tequila because it does make you such a hoot and holler. It's all the right sugars, especially if you have type 1 diabetes, like I do. That's why I've been so sick and I had to reboot. And it was bad a couple of years because of how old I was with baby. I adopted, not really adopted, like I keep saying, but it wasn't even a problem. It was kind of hard not to lose the weight too fast, so it like regained after. It was too hard. It was uncomfortable. I was a little bit heavy for longer than I ever wanted to be too. But I'm like 30. You can totally say it's done at 40. Not bad. 10 years. Time flies. Really does. Going to the time sphere tables in space and blah blah blah. Yeah. Legit thing. The stars are the actual matter of time. You get all limber on tequila. Just start dancing. And I've actually had a friend like die of that. Yeah, she went crazy. She had her head that hard. Drunk. That drunk too. She wouldn't let the ambulance attendants in. She was beating the shit out of them. They finally got in and restrained her. And when they gave her sedatives, it popped a brain cell with the concussion and the alcohol and her misbehaving. And she was fucking huge. And we couldn't, all my friends were just like, hey, Michaela, like, try simmering your sausage time. She, like, goes, turns on all the elements of the stove. She was so delirious at that point, which is a bad thing. Delirium is a bad thing. Uh-huh. She looks crazy. I seen her. She died recently. That it took her like 10 years to die, but she got mental illness, right? Because she was partly brain dead. She was hot, like in a positive, friendly, good way, like angel descent. She always wear like knee-high boots. She had like these nice. She worked out. She had nice thighs. She was an olive tan. She's like Dutch or something. Really long fingers, like really nice long fingers. She was hot, and I was always like, "Oh, I love you being my friend." And she's like, "I love you because you're always yourself and you're always the same every fucking time." And the same night she died. Basically, it took her 10 years. She slipped away that year, that day. Yeah, Michaela, no, right there, leave it there. Fucking hyperventilating, like, oh, they did fucking the fall, the alcohol bag, and then they sedated it, made it worse, obviously, but at least they could, they didn't get sued. They're supposed to sedate her, but it didn't help by any means, and it kind of, I know what sedation does. Like, I'm a fucking doctor. It's not very good to misbehave and get sedated. You'll hurt yourself. I miss Michaela. And Russia hurt her homeland. She always want to go back. She's very Canadian, but she want to go back because she looks like a direct descendant of Germany, Dutchland. It fucking sucks. Yeah, don't let your kids drink tequila, especially if they're gonna start drinking and you can't tell them no anymore. Just tell them no fucking tequila till they're old and don't take shots. I just sips or mixed drinks. Tequila tastes good in mixed drinks. It does. It like accents all the flavors, accent all the flavors. I'm a fucking Oberhagen, but anyway, I'm trying to cut back. 9 fucking drinks, 2 days. We'll be till next week, I guess. For Michaela. For Michaela's friends like Dalton. I was her friend too, but Dalton didn't even make it to the party yet. Dalton's crying, I'm pregnant. And whining. I am. I'm crying, but I can't cry because it's pinched and everything. I was pinched, that's why I couldn't cry. I couldn't cry for the rest of the fucking pregnancy unless it just streamed out. I couldn't fucking make myself feel like I had to make a change and grow and get bigger. It wasn't her fault. Superficial to care that your mom isn't there all the time, Coral. I don't know how long you probably need me. I don't know. I don't think Colby would ignore picking me up if you really fucking needed her. Me, okay? Like, jeez. I never had my mom and dad either, so please stop. I know it hurts less than I ever did. And you say you're never gonna be as good as me and you want to be. Well, keep striving for it, please. I'm so fucking beautiful, but when I cry, I just get mean. I cry and talk in my sleep. I think last night was the first night I fucking didn't in a while. Biting my own fucking teeth to wake me up to tell me that, hey bitch, you're insane in your fucking sleep. I wish I was there too, you know. But you have no time. You gotta learn you're a girl. You gotta do this, that. Your whole life is setting you up to be okay without your parents. In my circumstance, I wanted to fight for the fucking underdog. And they're doing it. They really have no fucking choice. I can argue so well, Coral. Eric's not worth it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe some people that he hangs out with when we're not around are pretty fucking vile. I have no idea. But there were some people all the way through life that seem worth it. It seems worth it to regulate the drug and make it cleaner and healthier, better to manage, give out dose impacts. You know? Coral. Your mom has a huge heart. And she gets really no heart for it either. You know? And I need you, and I know that. But I don't need you right now, right? You don't need me right now, right? Doesn't mean he's worthless just because he doesn't give me very much heart. You know what? A nice little gesture of a hello. He's good at hellos. And that's fine. It's who could he have been? What could he regain back if it was good cocaine, if it was regulated properly, if it was less of a charge on your employment, be on the shit, right? He'll never be who he was supposed to be, and that really sucks, Squirrel. But believe me, I didn't have a mom. She was psychosocial. Completely head on the table, drooling on the floor kind of shit. My entire life, I didn't have a mom. Dad was a better person before he got old. Wasn't good enough either. Nobody else was my mom. You'll be fine. Yeah, last time I went out in the military and was out in the dunes and deserts and shit and heading towards the castles to blow up some fucking knights of Russia. I was saying the scary shit all the time. Every time I knew where we were gonna get attacked, and I was saying, "Oh my fuck, what if I'm scared?" The reason why I'm like almost scaring the shit out of my team more than the fucking Russians, but with words, it's because and then a freaking shootout would happen. Hold on, I'm hope for God. And there's too many people running in and out of the fucking windows of the goddamn apartment around here. And they're screaming at each other and fighting upstairs. And they know that people know. And they always get a fucking nick out of it. You know, like, fuck. I didn't. You're probably worried about me because Shauna is pretty open. And she does actually watch and make sure, like, how things are going. For me, too. All these big kid moments. I think you're going to turn out to be absolutely glorious, divine, and beautiful, Coral. And that all of your big kid moments where you're rushing ahead to see where you're going to take a path, which direction you're going to take. Lower your temper again, be the baby that you are, and then go back to being a big kid rage and all this stuff. Yeah, I think you're going to be more than beautiful. You're going to be glorious, divine, and outrageously, absolutely adorable. And I know I'm beautiful all the time, but when I'm crying, I don't want to. I don't want to talk. And when I find something to talk about, it's not pretty. And it's not even cute. It's not even adorable. Your mom's cute. No, it's not cute. To get like this with my kid, like baby. No, it's because I'm bawling my fucking hormones to shit because somebody died that didn't deserve to, in the silliest ways that could have been prevented. And I love them. I have friends that want to end their lives without this woman, and I understand. And that's where it's part, but I can't be drugged down. I can be. I refuse to be. There's not very many good people, cool people, similar people, all that and above, the heavens and everything to hang out with. And I got you, and I know, and that's probably what worries you. And you're making friends, you're growing up, you're realizing that's easier than anything. I didn't want a coddled baby because I seemed to do better than everybody else. I didn't have a mom, but I had a father. I was preoccupied that Logan can't read, fucking Kobe can't do science. Whatever. I was like, well, you fucking play outside on the shop all the time. Just think that science is working a welding machine. And science is putting an engine into a dune buggy. And that it's physics and dynamics to make the frame. And I think, how you do that? What shape was it? Well, that's the actual shape. The formula is easy if you just give yourself a break. Probably didn't sleep right. I didn't have fucking mom and dad. Thanks. I had to watch them suffer and take care of them too, while trying to figure out who the fuck I'm supposed to be. We had like vacations, and the vacations wore us out to be a mess here in Canada because Canada's so cold and it's so far away from where we were. I was riding horses in France and all this shit, trying to win money. I want the fucking money. And that's so much money, but that's not why I'm ditching you. That's not what I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's good enough. Give you money, send you off to boarding school. That's a fucking class act. Bitch, I'm what they're making. I am the maker. You're not a bitch. Just saying it. My mom's like herniating, doesn't know where she is, going crazy. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. Give me my fucking money. I'm out of here. Spent a lot of money on getting mom better. She got in a minor horseback riding accident. Feels minorly fucking shitty. She's got the coronavirus and Omicron and all this shit. She's kind of fucking suffering. Minorly fucking dying, but not really. I'm getting better. Why wouldn't she? It just might take her a bit longer than me. I'm younger. I'm an athlete. She's all was. Till she had the 4 kids, and then me. I nearly killed her. I didn't mean to. because I'm so tall. She was tired from the other three and couldn't sit up straight, but had to anyway. And the exhaustion nearly killed her. And she got stomped by a fucking horse, and I seen it. How am I supposed to live with myself now? To blame a horse? To say that because she was a big fucking hipped woman, I'm here? No, she wanted me here. You can kind of tell where your embryos are. I kind of thought you were. We weren't spying on you with like ultrasound or anything. No, you're my baby. You were there before you were even there. And before you were born, you're born. This isn't a joke. You tell me that you want me there, and that means so much to me. But I was always so strict. I always knew what was best. And I just wanted to tell you that maybe you should just love your mommy and cuddle a teddy bear until you can write me a letter or write notes to talk to me about stuff. And you want to be a glass mirror. That's awesome. How'd you even think of that? I told you, like, those materials that you can use, and you pick glass mirror, and you're obsessed with glass, and you didn't know it was glass, and it was cool. You knew it was there, but you didn't know it was glass. You knew it was there? Most people smash into glass windows. They don't even know they're there. Like, every time, though. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I didn't have my mom and dad like you think, either. I had friends. Most of them are dead. Yeah. There's nothing I did. I didn't provoke this shit. I was as young as them, just as naive to what alcohol is like the first times, and when you're a teenager, and what tequila is. I didn't have parents to tell me. Not today. We're all kind of similar. We love our mommy and daddies. But I'm sorry, but our mommy and daddies were broken and sick and outy of this planet. They're in outer space about shit. My grandparents were always fighting. Nearly killed each other like 3 times, and I fucking walked in and broke them up. My other grandparents, they were just so strict, but like too strict. They didn't know what they were talking about. You know, there was some things. My grandpa always said, I can't raise you, but I'll try. And I was like, yeah, I could see why. What the fuck, man? I was always such a good kid. All the teachers like looked at me and were just like, yeah, they approved and they hoped I didn't fuck it up. People hoped in me. They didn't have hope in me. Everything was shitty. All I had was my dog, and everyone treated him like a golden god. And that's not bad, right? That's not bad. You know, like my cousin come over, and he's all fucked up from Vietnam, the war. And his dad, who's all sobbing. It looks like he's sobbing all the time. And everybody's broken and stuff, and he is doing what the fuck. I'm treating my dog like golden god, and yeah, I think it was good. It had its moments. A lot of the time, my dad was so exhausted from tour, though. Mom, she was like, fuck, and we found out what was wrong and everything, and we were so distraught because it seemed like an endless timing. Yeah, it's just the timing now for her. She'll live to be like 90, but it's going to be a struggle on a lot of doctor's appointments and a lot of meds that you can't touch, and she's going to be on oxygen probably for the rest of her fucking time here. She had cancer. Me, no fucking different, but I got it removed. I only had the one kid. I didn't get beat up by horses nearly as many times, nearly as severely as she did either. There's nothing wrong with my mom. There's nothing wrong with my dad. There's nothing wrong with you, Coral. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with the teachers that gave me a fucking flying chance from hell. I had all the worst friends at one time. Till I met Kayla. Kayla fucked up eventually, but she's not fucked up. She may be kind of like strange and too hyper. Like, hi, but you know. I was always like, I fucking feared pedophiles my entire life. Because I'm good looking, I don't want to have mommy and daddy. My uncles and aunties invite people over to do drugs because they all got drugged and raped. Who's the pedophile? Nobody was a pedophile ever. I was feared all the time. That made me a doctor because then I see right through you and see exactly what's going on. I hope that I'm right. It's just a guess. I remember when I broke my fingers backwards and they're stuck. I didn't know what to do. Colby helped me. When I said, I'm sick and tired of my dog being a golden god, like, Jesus Christ, is he better than me? I was just getting snarky with it because he was getting old and sick and retarded and costing too much money. Going without fucking fairy and elf trinkets. I had a whole collection. And Colby bent my fingers back. Logan was like, I'm a fucking golden god, aren't you? And I was like, I'm a fucking golden god. I'm even golden color. What the fuck? Doesn't mean I'm better than you, Logan. He's like, but you are better than me. I'm like, well, anyway. He wrote the song. And it's like cheering with a group kind of song. It's an anthem. We're going God out here. Yeah, we're going God out here. And I was like, bitch, we're going God out here. And my sister Melissa, she does anything to defend me. Anything to fuck people over from trying to fuck me up for nothing I fucking did, or I did it, and why are you fucking me up for that? And it's just she's never been scary in her fucking life, and she started being when she had a baby, her second. And I'm just like, well, why are you always walking by my window and going to knock on that fucking window? And then they're fighting. Okay, that's what I don't understand. That's why I keep fucking having a lot of shell shock problems. But anyway, my sister's is fabulous. More than fabulous, just fabulous. I said if I ever get fucking hurt and kicked out of the NASA Space Club, I saw my fucking sister back. She's like, you can live here. I'd love to. It's just gonna take a while for me to feel okay and not be like, oh, my elbow or something. I'm almost out of the fucking armed forces because, well, I don't know. I seem to injure my shoulders more than I used to, and I don't reach the fitness like I used to. Who knows? I just started. Can't quit now. But everything feels like it's been so long that I don't feel it anymore. And I'm gonna so many times, guys, when I get outside, fuck having a knife. Just go find who's being a fucking bastard. I do that just because I can see it. I'll just question you. Yeah, and maybe I'll make a friend. Most likely I'll make a foe. And sometimes I just don't care. There's kids and stuff. And nobody's educating any of the children right. Like a lot of people are, but it's like nobody. It's like nobody does, though. Good thing she didn't buy that bottle of tequila. That made me a whole fucking new person today, too. Along with that, I actually got to talk to my daughter via this fucking site. But whatever. I won't have it when I'm with her. I'll just be like, oh, let's play. And then when, at least it's recorded, right? and on a safer website isn't quite as broken as Facebook. My friend, a lot of my friends went so fucking crazy. No, like honestly, like Kayla and Tamara. Well, they killed their kids and then their husband killed them and then their husband just goes through counseling. I mean, like, what the fuck, right? No, it's not. It's not what you think. They're always kind of bad. Before they even started doing drugs, they're just like Tootsie. They're crazy. But, yeah, so fucking sucks. You took my children of God and you made them worthless when they're just children of God. They just got a lot to fucking learn. But they can and they will. Because they always fucking do. Fucking bitches.